welcome to my peace garden. If you want to start a garden but you're not sure what to do, let me tell you what I did. The first thing I did was determine my zone. I'm in Dallas, Texas, so my zone is 8A. The second thing I did was I sketched a layout of what I wanted my garden to look like. The third thing I did was I determined which way would my garden face. So I watched and I saw where the sun rose and where the sun set, and that's how I determined my east and my west and which way my garden would face. Then the next thing I did was determine what do I want to plant, what do I want to grow, what is it that I want to have in my garden. So once you know that, you'll know where to place things, and that'll be in another video. And then the very last thing I did was build my garden beds. I don't have any power tools, and I'm not sure just how to build garden beds. So I used concrete blocks that I got from Lowe's, and you can also find them at Home Depot for like $1 or something. And then I just stuck my lumber in that, and I'll show you how I did that in just a second. These are my plans for the garden, and this is my fence along this side and along that side, this side. So on this side of my fence, this is where the sun rises. So I'm going to label this east. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So this will be west. This will be north. This will be south. And I love it because from my garden, if you look north, you can see downtown. So I established my zone. I made out what are my plans going to be, and according to my plans, which way does my garden face? So my garden faces south, the sun rises in the east. So according to this, once you do your plans, your layout, and you discover you know what zone you're in, so that tells you what you can plant and what time, and you establish your direction, north, south, east, or west. That will help you determine what you can plant and where. Let's plan our garden layout. So the first thing you would want to do, just get you a blank sheet of paper, and you want to establish whether your yard faces the north, south, east, or west. So next I'm going to draw my garden layout. How do you want your garden to be laid out? So that is your first step. These are my 2 back garden beds, and now I'm going to draw the rest of my layout. Excuse my lines, but I'm drawing with one hand. So these are my garden beds that I have laid out in my backyard. And this will be the east. This is where the sun rises. So I'm going to draw east. The sun rises in the east, and it sets in the west. This will be the north side of my garden. And this is the south side of my garden. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is write out all the things I plan on planting. So now I've made a list of all the things that I plan on planting right now so far. And since the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, this part of my garden gets the most sun. So then I'm going to start placing my seeds according to what needs to have the most sun, what requires low sun, and what requires medium sun. Let's start with our corn. So we know that corn requires a lot of sun, and since these 2 beds get the most sun, I'm going to plant my corn. I kind of want a little design here, so I'm going to plant my corn there and my corn there. And how you place it is up to you. You can have the corn going that way, you can have it going across, but I'm going to have my corn going that way because I have, some people call it a trellis or an arbor, and I'm going to place my grapes. there. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little thing by corn to know that I've already placed that in my garden. I've already placed the grapes in my garden. And we also know that beans need quite a bit of sunlight as well. So a good companion to plant with corn would be your beans. And a good companion to plant with beans would be cucumbers. So it would be really ideal to plant them in the same bed. How you place them is up to you. But those are the plants that need a lot of sun, and also watermelon. Today I'm building garden beds with the kids, and I'm using these blocks that I got from Home Depot and 4x4 lumber. Okay, so I just placed my brick where I wanted it, and now I'm going to set my lumber inside of it. Quick, easy way to build a garden bed without using tools.